Why hello there, and welcome, random visitor, to my shithole of a channel which is drifting in the moods of the YouTube algorithm. The topic for this time is a thought experiment about why density is not a sorting cause. Billy, what are you doing here? I thought you were off to make a flat earth model. No you don't, shit goes mayhem on it if you try to explain stuff with it. No it doesn't. Shush. That's right. Be gone already. Boo. Works every time. Okay, back to the program. Stay until the end if you are brave enough and there will be a little something for you. Let's assume, like real science does it, that the earth is indeed flat, has a dome to keep the atmosphere in check, and so needs no gravity. That means, with no gravity, there is no constant downwards acceleration, causing pressure gradients. Since the flat earth is a pressurized container, the air in it is going to be everywhere equal. Then, water does a thing to get below the air to find its level. A side note, the word fluid does not mean liquid. The word fluid means that something is able to flow. If it is able to flow, fluid dynamics becomes relevant. So, since the air is a fluid, and water too, the water will also spread equally, but only beneath the air. For some reason. But yeah, everywhere would only be one bar of pressure. With this system in mind, we fill up a glass bowl with water and put a stone marble in it and seal it tight. The first thing we see in reality is that the marble is going down towards the ground. Even if we rotate the bowl, the marble will always point towards the ground. But why is this so? The water inside the bowl is everywhere equal, and the inside of the bowl is cut off from the rest of Earth. And since it is a stone marble, it can't be influenced by magnetic fields. Since stone has no magnetic properties, the marble has zero reason to be attracted to the ground. One option would be that the earth is accelerating. This would mean that there is a force acting similar in place of gravity. This force is not gravity, but it is acting like it. Since it is not the deformation of space-time causing it, it must be something else. But we don't see the stars in the sky turning into lines zipping past us if we allow space to be real. That would then mean that the universe is accelerating into one direction, which happens to be very conveniently perpendicular to Earth's surface. Though, the stars could be experiencing the same as Earth. Though, this makes no sense. If space itself is dragging Earth and all the stars along, why not us and everything on the surface too? We should be weightless. We are all matter. If the universe would be accelerating, why is Earth the only place that experiences drag? The stars should be zipping past us again. Space would look like a bag of marbles, but with stars. But we don't see this happening. A new guess is, what is if every star is the downside of an Earth-like disk? The multi-flat, accelerating with infinite star propulsion, shitting on everything we know about our equal trade universe. But let's continue the thought, though we will never have certainty. We can now guess that maybe God is doing this. God would be the only infinite source of energy in the universe I can think of. Why he is doing this? I don't know. Gravity would be an easier solution, but who am I to judge his decision? Heck, maybe every Earth disk has its own God doing this shit. For some reason. All this gods once decided, hey, let's move this shit over there as fast as we can. And they all were like, fuck yeah. Also let's see whose dome breaks first. And let's make screw rolls until someone pukes. Anyways, if space is not real, like in traditional flat earth manner, the stars would be a part of the sky. In this case too, there is also no indication for what is going on, and all we have are speculations. All we now know is, there must be a downwards directed force acting on the marble in the glass bowl. Since it is not the deformation of space-time causing it, it must be something else. Something that can produce infinite amounts of energy, and is pushing the Earth disk forward, and I'm back at the God engine. Damn it. So, I have now, the God or gods powered multi-flat, the God powered uni-flat, or space balls on gravity, which don't pull energy out of their asses. Well, I personally go with answer 3. For multiple reasons. One of them is that we can pretty well predict how far we should be able to see with the use of triangles and r times pi, like I already showed once. Another reason is
Recently, we carried out an experiment to test the rotation to the Earth. If the Earth is spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that every hour it has to turn 15 degrees.
Yes, science!
And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift. A 15 degree per hour drift. Now, obviously we were taken aback by that. Wow, that's kind of a problem, right? We obviously were not willing to accept that, and so we started looking for ways to disprove that it was actually registering the motion of the Earth and that it in fact was registering the motion of the sky. So the next thing that we set out to do was to encase the fiber optic gyro in what's called a zero Gauss chamber to see if we could actually shield the energies being generated by the heaven. And we were unsuccessful with that, unfortunately.
What a hoot! If only you knew!
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Oh, one more time!
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Also, a point that seems to still trouble some flat earthers. North does not mean up. South does not mean down. The direction up is away from the surface of the sphere. Down means towards the center of mass, the middle point of Earth. The fact that north is in the upper part of depictions of Earth is a definition thing. Like England's cars are subjectively perceived driving on the wrong side. In an alternate reality, people are looking at the South Pole in the upper part of a depiction of Earth. That's all, folks. I will now disappear back into my cozy abyss until I feel like uploading again.